Her favorite animal was the butterfly. When I asked her why, she said, I don't know, they're pretty. I told her that my favorite animal was the rhino, because they're quiet, clever, and strong, and those are three things I often struggle to be, you see. We saw the world differently. One day she complained that I have too many love poems, and none about her. Why don't you write me, she said. Why don't you write me? But if you took the time to listen, you would know that I write you love poems every day. But like a rabbit being pulled out of a hat, sometimes the magic is gone when you have to explain it. How plain it is for me to see that I've been writing you love poems that you just never cared to read. Look, just because I've never handed you a piece of paper that compared you to a summer's day or a wilting rose, did you never suppose that maybe the reason my heart beats so loud is it has something to say? It just wants to be heard. And look, in spite of what you may think, I don't always have the words. That's why as poets, we speak in metaphors. It's not to try and act smarter, it's because being direct is fucking harder. When you heard me say, take my coat, I was trying to say, let me shelter you. When you heard, these are my friends, I was saying, welcome to my family. When you heard, this is my family, I was saying, I really hope our relationship can survive this. 200 baby pictures of me in the bath, every single one with a strategically placed rubber duck. The day I moved from holding your hand to interlocking our fingers, I was saying, I'm ready for us to hold each other. And when you asked me what I was thinking about, and you heard me say, nothing, I said, I love you. I'm sorry if that wasn't clear. Sometimes I forget I'm just staring into your eyes, waiting for something magical to appear. The script I'm meant to follow, because believe me, I will learn my lines if it will get me the part. I said I would draw you a picture, but I'm no good at art. And you said, everyone can draw. And I proved you wrong. I drew a cartoon picture of the two of us eating ice cream on top of a mountain, and all you could point out was the continuity errors. Like, why are my hands bigger than my head? I said, so they can hold me. She said, don't you remember that I'm lactose intolerant? I said, it's sorbet. She said, how did we get to the top of the mountain before the ice cream even melted? I said, teleportation. She said, that doesn't exist. I said, no, not yet, but one day it will. And when it does, I really hope we're still together on top of a mountain. Look, I know I colour outside of the line sometimes, but I wish you could read between them and see that picture. I said, I love you. I love you enough to share with you my weaknesses and my insecurities, to let you see how much I suck at drawing. Instead of just clawing you into bed with a highlight reel of my best features. Look, I don't want the trailer to give it all away. So I'm glad you like the car chases, but you've got to stay long enough to see this plot develop. I will envelop you with love if you let me. Keep you safe with unbreakable arms. I will protect you. And look, that's got nothing to do with masculinity. It's just a task you've given me when we're wrapped in infinity. The bedsheet rounds like a cocoon. We grew together. Don't you remember how no one else could enter and we would never leave? And you look me in the eyes and ask me if I believe that butterflies ever miss being caterpillars. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm just getting some water. Hello. Is everyone having a nice evening? Let's see what we can do to change that. I'm just going to do a few more. I'm going to go angry, and I was going to leave you on a depressing note, but apparently it's a stressful week and stuff, so we're not going to do that. I'm going to do a poem at the end, an uplifting poem that I don't really perform anymore, so that'll be fun. But yeah, we'll go angry, depressed, positive. Does that sound all right? I just want to prepare you. I don't really do trigger warnings on my poems, so I guess I did it on the general mood. I'll trigger warn my emotions throughout the set. Thank you. As was mentioned, I'm doing some workshops here on Thursday, organised by Lucy English, I think. And they're open to the public as well, so even if you're not a student, I think there are still a couple of spaces left. So yeah, just get in touch and I'll see you then. And I'm doing a book launch tomorrow, but I'll talk more about that in a bit. When someone tries to take everything from you, it's hard. When when someone burns your house to the ground and tells everyone else it was your fault, that you fell asleep with a cigarette, you have a right to anger. As I slowly begin rebuilding my home from the rubble, I find new things under each slab. Some covering insects that were eating away at the foundations all along. Others concealing notes of support and compassion. But I promise you this, when my home is finally rebuilt, it will be magnificent. There will be a warm living room and a friendly dog. My hands will be callous, my knees will be weak, and there will be a spare bed. For all who helped me to salvage from the wreckage that which I could not give up to the flames. And for those of you who stood by and watched, as I struggled and wept, desperately trying to rebuild safety from dirt, you will be invited round for dinner when my home is rebuilt. We'll sit around the table, we'll talk of tomorrow, I will offer you wine, and you can explain to me why you never even thought to ask if I smoked. I know how to tell you I'm happy, how to say I love you. I know how to tell you that you are beautiful, magnificent. You know, the only reason the sun gets up before dawn every day is just so we can be fresh by the time he meets you. Welcome. You're late. See me after. Sorry, where was I? The only reason the sun gets up before dawn every day is just so we can be fresh by the time he meets you. And did I ever tell you that that goes for me too? I mean, I know I've never really been one for early rises, but I despise myself for every second my eyes have been too close to see that you've always been there for me. And I'm swell. Today I learned 4 new languages and 3 new instruments. I got my black belt in karate, a gold medal in being awesome, and a blue ribbon at the horse show. I don't have a horse. But everyone there agreed that if I did, I'd probably win. See, I know how to tell you that today is a good day. I'm looking good in my suit day. I'm feeling the way I should day. I know how to tell you I'm happy. I don't know how to tell you that sometimes things get hard. I don't mean like I went to the shop to get my favourite bag of crisps and they didn't have my favourite bag of crisps, so I had to get another bag of crisps, which were ultimately disappointing. I mean, sometimes I feel like I can't get up in the morning. And I know most of the time I don't seem to be sad, but that's because happiness is an act. And I've been playing this role for more than 1/2 of the whole of my life. I don't know how to tell you that the only reason you think I'm strong is sometimes I pretend to be a rock. I do this so that whenever we talk, you don't feel the need to try to squeeze blood from me. These days, I spend most of my time pretending to be a rock, or a poet, or something. Anything but myself. And look, I'm still not sure if that's breaking or preserving my mental health, but the fact of the matter is, I've never found a way to make my happiness seem like anything more than a costume for a play. And at the end of a long day's pretending, I will run away to my dreams and dream of 2 things: vengeance and escape. My mum once told me that the only reason the other kids try to destroy my cape is they're afraid they'll be forgotten about when I one day fly away. I don't know how to say that sometimes I go window shopping for maybes, but I find the sale on defeat. And everything there just seems to fit. And see, that's why I don't want to answer your questions today. You see, this test, it gets harder every time I sit it, and I'm sick of feeling sick and not being able to feel like I do. Like I want to peel the scars from my skin and just start anew. I don't know how to tell you that I used to be the rock that I pretend to be now. I was born on a mountainside, with the pride of a range and the sky on my shoulders. I came from a long line of boulders too strong to be moved, until one day the wind blew harder than ever before and I was poured into the ocean. I don't know how to tell you that I can't swim, that there's a razor-thin line between sinking and diving, and sometimes I don't feel like surviving is a victory. These days I feel more like a pebble than a stone. It feels like I get thrown away every time I'm held, just skimmed over the top, and I've been pushed and stopped and beaten and dropped until the most dense parts of me could fit into the palm of your hand. I'm convinced this life will keep beating at me until I'm nothing more than a single grain of sand. You have to understand. I don't know how to tell you all this, because you think depression is when you're sad. But look, bad things happen to everyone on an almost daily basis, and when I'm healthy, not only can I face this, but I embrace this. I'm the kind of guy that can land in shit and walk out smelling like roses. I never say that my glass is half empty or half full. If there's room at the top of my cup, I go to the bar and I top that shit up. I've got backup plans for my backup plans, and I've solved problems like Einstein doing a fucking talk-to-talk. I don't know how to tell you that I have fought every suicidal thought with everything I've got, and I'm so scared that one day it will not be enough. So I just tell you what I know you want to hear. I will only ever continue to reflect whatever image it is that you're projecting upon me, because I know what you want from me. Like a kid slamming that square block into the circle hole until it fits. And in the past, I would have rounded off my edges for you and done my best impression of the rock that I used to be. But now, all I can do is tell you, I'm happy. This poem is going to be my last one. It's called This Is Your Day. Thank you very much for listening to me. I don't really do goodbyes, so when it ends, I'll walk off. It's not like I've fallen out of the poem or anything, and I just... Yeah, Shane, I do have books for sale. And if you've been fucking listening, yeah, I do, like I say, come over and talk to me. I have Poetry Monster, my new book, launching tomorrow, and you can come and get one of the few copies I've got tonight, if you wish. They are £11, although I could... Only £11, and that could probably be bartered down with a nice compliment. I will go no lower than 50p. Anyway, nonsense. Aye! Thank you, children. You can talk if you want. Sorry, that was really... I mean, I was here first, but that's, you know... This is your day. Can you feel it? Open your arms, stretch out your fingertips, touch the very limits of yourself. Hold hands with impossible. She's on your side today. This is your day to find strength in your weaknesses. Take pride in your vulnerability. Rejoice in your own mortality, because the reality is that the totality of people that would wound you by choice is so much less than those that will work together to heal you again. And hey, if you don't feel you can believe in that, then believe in this. So seldom do we ever hurt each other on purpose. It's always accidents or afterthoughts, but people will go out of their way to do good. This is your day. Look up. Remember that no matter how grey it appears, the sky is always blue. We're just waiting for the clouds to pass. And they will. The sun will warm the backs of our necks and shine God's spotlight upon us, because this is your life. This is your stage. This is your day. Have you ever had one of those days where you wake up and decide for no good reason that it's probably going to be a bad day? Yeah, this is not that day. Today you woke up with fireworks for fingertips and it's time to put on a show. So let go of the days that came before, because today is more of everything that you need it to be. Everything that you hoped it would be, and if it's time for a change, then maybe this is your day to change it. Mix things up a little, rearrange it, look at your dream, reach out and take it, and if you don't yet have one, then maybe this is your day to make it. But don't make the mistake of thinking you're not something special. I assure you, you are. This is your day. And there will still be obstacles that stand in our way, but we will be ready. Because today, our shoes are rocket boots. Our vests are bulletproof and our hair is fucking immaculate. Today, I have named your smile after Moses. Just watch as he parts all the problems that you've read and see. Today, all of your horror stories come with a little sprinkle of laughter. Because you can always buy new jeans to replace the ones you tore, and Bozo the Clown doesn't wear his squirt flower anymore, but if in spite of all I've said, you still feel like demons are nailing your feet to the floor, then Cry. Let it out. And know that although there may be no guarantees of a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, you're not the only one chasing colours. So resist the urge to compare yourselves to others, because theirs is a different journey. And remember, your progress, it isn't always linear. Look, 1 step forward and 2 steps back is not a disaster, it is a dance routine. So you make your mistakes with jazz hands, because the best laid plans, the aft gang agley, and we never got lost, my friends. We just took a few detours along the way, and didn't we see some incredible things? You see, your heart is solid diamond, and it rings when fate calls. It's more beautiful and solid than the walls that contain it, so refrain from ever questioning how wondrous you are. How the very stars come out to cheer you on each night. Open your eyes, open your hands, open your arms, take flight. This is your day.